Hello, my friends. My name is Antonio, and you are welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel, the only channel where every day I show you a property for sale in the Italian market. In each video, I select a property in a different town in one of the 20 beautiful regions of Italy. But so let's start, my friends, and let me introduce you today's property. Now, today's property is in Perugia Province, Umbria region, in a town called Fossato di Vico. Very, very, very interesting property, my friends, because the asking price, as you see on the screen, is only of 28,000 euros. So basically is a bargain. And also because the size of the property. We are talking about a big house, big terraced house of 290 square meters. So we are talking about nearly 3,100 square feet, 3,100 square feet. And so we are talking about a property that composed of 15 rooms. Now, I think they're a bit exaggerating with this number. Let's take it for now, 15 rooms and garage included. So, my friends, stay tuned because we are going to find out all we have to know about this property for sale. And let's start from the location, my friends. So, as I said, we are in Umbria region. We are in the part of Umbria region which is bordering with Marche region. So, beautiful area. Not very far from Assisi, not very far from Gubbio. So, it's a beautiful area. The nearest biggest town is this town here called Gualdo Tadino. So, anyway, we are in a beautiful area, and let's keep zooming in simply to understand better the location. As I said, we are in Perugia province. Umbria region has two provinces. One is Perugia, which is also the capital of the province, and then there is a second province called Terni. But so this property here is in this area, in this town called Fossato di Vico. So basically, as we see, we are not in Fossato di Vico center. We are a bit in the outskirts. Maybe I'd say 1 kilometer and a half from Fossato di Vico and from this area called Osteria del Gatto. Now, the very interesting thing of this property is that we are not far from a train station. In fact, here we see the Fossato di Vico Gubbio train station. So basically, we can easily commute. I don't know the traffic, how busy is this train station, but anyway, we have it for all the people who are interested, let's say, in transports. So we are not far from the train station. This is the hamlet, I'd say, because anyway, Fossato di Vico Municipality is composed of 2,600 inhabitants, including this area, so including also all the municipality, not only the town. Here we are in this small hamlet, not far from Fossato di Vico, via Palazzolo, so this is the address of the property, and so basically this is where the property is. Now, the property is not very far from the railway, but let's say shouldn't be noisy, shouldn't cause many issues. Obviously, if the property is close to a train station, we may expect to not be far as well from the railway. Okay, so this is the area, which is a lovely area. We'll go back here as the second part of the video. We'll go back to Google Street View to understand better the property and the location. Okay, my friends, so let's go back to our property here. 28,000 euro Fossato di Vico, detached house for sale in Via Palazzolo 58, 290 square meters. Now, before I read the property description, my friend, please put like and subscribe if you want to support my channel and if you like this type of contents. Let's read. Now, unmissable opportunity. I'd say so because for this price, I can already tell you by the numbers 28,290 square meters, we are under 100 euro per square meter. Obviously, we need to investigate, see the condition of the property. Now, discover this charming terraced house spread over 4 levels. So we have a ground floor and first, second, and third floor. I guess the third floor is an attic. Ideal for those seeking space and versatility, with the possibility of creating 3 separate apartments. This property represents an excellent investment opportunity or a perfect solution for a large family. Then, on the ground floor, you'll find a garage, a bathroom, a service lift shaft. So this is interesting. We have this lift shaft and a cellar, making everyday life comfortable and functional. So the ground floor, let's do a recap. We have a garage, a bathroom, a cellar. So let's say at the moment, I don't think it's a livable space. I mean, uh, probably it's used just as a storage garage, but we have a bathroom. On the first and second floor, we have 2 apartments of 72 square meters each, offer a cozy living room, a kitchenette, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom for each apartment. So basically, we have 2 living rooms, 2 kitchenette, 4 bedrooms, and 2 bathrooms if we include the first and the second floor. Ideal for families or long-term rentals. The attic on the third floor, also 72 square meters, is in its raw state, but with systems already prepared, ready to be transformed into a unique and personalized space. So there is the chance to make a third apartment on the attic floor, but is in a raw state. With 290 square meters of commercial space and 15 rooms in total, this house is a true rarity on the market, and that's why I picked on the channel. Don't miss the opportunity to visit. It could be your dream home or your next investment. Think about it, my friends, because 28,000 euro, then I don't know the fees of the agency, on such a small price, but that's it. Always try to bargain, always try to deal, even with the agencies. Okay, detached house, 4 floors, 290 square meters built, which is 3,100 square feet, 15 rooms, 4 bathrooms. So we have a bathroom per each floor. Single garage included in the price, good condition. So they are selling for good condition, built in 1984, individual heating. Okay, let's just go here on the price per square meter. And as I said before, we are under 100 euro per square meter. I think this is one of the lowest I ever found here on my channel. I don't remember, maybe 1 or 2 properties I found under 100 euro per square meter, but this one, 97 euro per square meter. But again, we need to investigate the pictures, we need to understand now which floor, which rooms. Okay, my friends, so I have to guess. Obviously, I went through the ad before, and I believe here we are in one of the 2 apartments. And so we know we have 1 apartment on the first floor, 1 apartment on the second, and I guess let's call this apartment the apartment on the first floor. Let's focus on the fireplace, all right, simply because we might find out that the second apartment on the second floor might have a different fireplace. So anyway, here we are in the living dining area of the first apartment, and overall here I'd say I see a property that is not in a bad condition. I would judge by the floor tiles, which are not the best I ever seen, but they're in a good condition. We have the fireplace. The structure of the property overall looks good. I think the weakest point here, by what I see, are the windows. Probably these are not double glazed windows. These are still the original old windows. Last time this property went through some renovation. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, we have a decent space here, decent size space. Okay, this is the same picture. Okay, we are still in the same room, this living room. They are not showing at the moment. We haven't seen the kitchenette, but I see the radiator, which is very important. So we have a heating system ready and working. Okay, again, still in the same room. If I go back, yeah, we have the chairs on the table. Okay, so basically this is another view of the room. In a good condition, the walls, the structure, I'd say that I don't see any major works in the structure. We have a lovely fireplace, but we also have a heating system. Okay, now here, my friends, we are. Actually, I want to go back 1 second to understand the ceiling. So here we have a flat ceiling, but in the bedroom, now it says that each apartment has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, living area, and kitchenette. Now, I guess this is one of the 2 bedrooms of the first floor apartment, and we have the same floor tiles, so that's why I guess it. Then we have a lovely vaulted ceiling. Again, here, weakest point, we have the radiator under the window, weakest point, window frames. And as you see, also the shutter looks broken. It's not straight, so, but these are minor things, to fix. All right, let's keep moving. Same room, which is nice. I will share the link below in the description, my friends, if you want to have a look yourself. Okay, I guess this could be the kitchenette. I don't know if we are. Looks like we are in the bed. We are still in the bedroom, so this is not the kitchen. I would like to understand what this room is. Maybe I don't think it's the bathroom. Let's see. Let's see. Electrical system should be inspected. Okay, I see it's a bit outdated. I see the sockets on the wall. This one is a bit hanging on the wall, but should be checked the condition of the wires. Let's say to test, we need an electrician. Okay, here we are in the bathroom, so I guess this space here is not the bathroom. All right, so here we have an old bathroom, a bathroom that was built, renovated last time in the middle of the 80s. Okay, the picture is a bit blurry. Overall, still usable, let's say. It depends, good cleaning, sanitizing, but always the chance anyway to upgrade, because anyway, for such a small amount of money, obviously I'm not expecting to find brand new bathrooms, that's for sure. Then here we are probably in the second bedroom of the first floor apartment. Now, general space, they are spacious enough, the 2 bedrooms. We have the same vaulted ceiling. Uh, Again, windows, anyway, the rooms are bright. That's what is important. Picture had been taken with the lights off, so that means that this is natural light. Again, this first floor apartment, same floor tiles I see here at the bottom. So I'd say this first floor apartment, it looks in a good condition. Now, I guess now here we move to the second floor apartment, to the second apartment on the second floor. So again, we are in the living dining area. Same floor tiles, but I can already foresee a different fireplace. Okay, let's inspect. So yeah, on the left we see the fireplace. Same shape of the room. So basically the same room on the first floor, the same living area, the same structure here is in the second floor apartment. Spacious room with radiators also. So we had new heating system. Okay, I think this looks like the same bathroom that we saw before. Let me go back 1 second to understand. Yeah, exactly. This looks exactly as the same bathroom. No, this is different. It's a different one. I see from the mirror here. It's the same shape. So basically, the first floor apartment is the second floor apartment is the copy of the first one, as for the floor map, the cadastral area. Same materials, had been built with same materials. So technically, it might be in need of renovation, even if, again, I don't see it in a very bad condition. Okay, now here we are on the second floor apartment bedrooms. Again, we know we have two bedrooms also on the second floor apartment. Okay, it's the copy of the first one. All the problems here with the shutters I see, but again, that's not a major problem. I would go straight away anyway for new windows and new shutters. So I would focus on improving these ones simply to make the property more efficient. Okay, now here we are on the second floor, second bedroom of the second apartment, and we see here we have an issue anyway with the wall. I don't know if there is a leakage. I don't know what could have caused this problem. Obviously, this room needs attention. Should be investigated what caused this problem. Overall, the structure of the property is not bad. It will be interesting to understand anyway what caused this. Obviously, we see that the property had been kept empty for a while. We see nobody lived. It depends, if there is a leakage maybe from the bathroom, from the plumbing system on the attic, because above this floor we have the attic. Should be inspected. Okay, here it's all right, this side of the house, this side of the room. Okay, now here we are in the attic. Obviously, they said the attic is in a raw state, but anyway, it's an interesting space. Okay, spacious enough. Obviously, because it's raw, should be upgraded. Probably this is the space for the bathroom, maybe. I don't know. Potentially, there is a bathroom here. Anyway, should be inspected the property, but again, for this price, all the rooms have problems with the shutters, but this looks like it's another room. Let's go back 1 second. Obviously, it has been used as a storage. So we have rooms. I think this should be above the living space. And here we are probably in the two bedrooms, above the two bedrooms of the second apartment. Now, here we are on the ground floor. On the ground floor, which is also, let's say, not in a very bad condition. Interesting. We have these arches with exposed bricks. We have the main entrance of the ground floor. So we have a kitchen. in a good order. Here, it looks like was renovated more recently by the floor tiles, everything wrapped with ceiling, with clean film. Okay, we have the kitchen. We have a boiler for the hot water. Uh, Electrical system is a bit outdated, has to go through, I believe, has to go through a renovation. So it says that there is a bathroom. Now I see something on the floor. I don't understand if it's dirt. Simply, they didn't care about showing the property in a better condition. Obviously, the bathrooms, as I say, are always the weakest point. Here we are on the ground floor, where we have probably a space used as a cellar. And so, my friends, this is the property here. Not the one with exposed bricks, okay? So basically, where we have this entrance here, we have the ground floor, kitchen, let's say, the space that we saw. Here, probably let me see if the bathroom had a window. Cannot really, okay, from this view, I cannot really say if the bathroom has a window. I could have guessed this one. Then we are on the first floor. We see, anyway, the shutters. You see the one that is broken. But so we have 6 windows here. Then I don't know if we have windows on the other side, because for sure there should be a window on the other side, because we have 3 rooms per each floor. We have a living area with kitchen, then we have 2 bedrooms, and we have the bathroom. So basically 3 rooms, all of them with window. So I guess one room is facing the other side, or the rear side of the house. The roof looks in a good condition. I see from here, I don't see like if the roof is need of works, doesn't look like. Also from here. Okay, my friends, let me know what you think about this property. What you think about this property, because it's quite interesting. The exterior part, the facade, doesn't look bad. Okay, then we have the main entrance here with the stairs leading to the upper floors. Another view. Okay, my friends, so this is it. This is, we saw all we had to see. We read the description, we saw the pictures, and now we can go through, we can go to Google Maps simply to understand now the distances to the main locations. All right. Now, here, basically, I'd say, okay, we are close to Fossato di Vico. We can start investigating how far we are from the closest municipality, Fossato di Vico. Now, it's only probably no more than 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers by car, it takes 3 minutes. And we are in Fossato di Vico center. Then we are also close to this area, which is inhabited, Osteria del Gatto. I'm trying to understand. We have another little hamlet called Bassano. We are not far here, it's passing the motorway and the railway that goes to Ancona, probably. Okay, let me see here, Fossato di Vico. Now, Fossato di Vico, we have post office, the city hall, the comune, and then I'm trying to understand, we have a pizzeria, so we have a dentist, we have B&Bs, simply to understand the type of facilities that we have. But anyway, we have all type of, we might find butchers. This is the old town. of Fossato di Vico. Let's go back to our property. So 3 minutes. Here we have a restaurant not far from the house. Ristorante Trattoria La Conchiglia. Okay. Okay, so now let's focus on how far we are from Gualdo Tadino. Because Gualdo Tadino looks like the biggest town, the biggest city. Gualdo Tadino. So let's see how far we are from Gualdo Tadino. It's only 7 minutes by car. And for sure, anyway, there is the railway that goes, but I don't know how often the trains are passing by. For sure, there are buses. I saw bus stops nearly everywhere in the area of the house. And then we reach Gualdo Tadino. As we can see, is already quite big town. So we're not talking here, we find already in only 7 minutes distance. So we also have the train station, Gualdo Tadino train station here. Plenty of grocery shops. Again, quite big town, only in a 6 kilometers distance, 7 minutes driving. Okay, and now we can just, okay, we are also not far from Gubbio. Let's see. Oh, these are all beautiful towns in Umbria region. Let's see how far we are from Gubbio. 24 minutes, so which is nothing, simply. For me, 15, 20, 25 minutes to drive, it's not a big distance, in my opinion. Anyway, Gubbio is another quite big town where we find all type of services, very touristic. So it's a touristic area. Anyway, many people are traveling to Umbria region, very famous, well known. So I'm checking. Let me zoom out a bit more. So we are not very far. So we are also not very far from Perugia and Trasimeno Lake. Okay, my friends. So, and we are on the route to Ancona as well. Let's see how far we are from Ancona. I think the railway here goes down to Ancona. And so we reach Ancona in 1 hour by train. Let's see how far we are by train. So we have from the train station, let's see this one, Ancona, Fossato di Vico di Gubbio. Okay, basically from the property, we do 1 minute by walk and we have a bus stop. We take a bus for 7 minutes, 7 stops, and we reach the train station of Fossato di Vico. And then we have the train from Fossato di Vico to Ancona, which it takes 1 hour and 34 minutes, 12 stops. So we have railway. I'm wondering if, let's check one more thing, if we can go to Perugia by train. Let's see, Perugia. I'm not sure this railway is connecting Perugia. No, exactly, because this railway connects Foligno to Ancona. But let's see Rome, for example. Let's see. I want to understand if from Rome we have just one train. Exactly. From Rome, we can reach Rome with just one train. This is a very interesting route, my friends, because whatever is on this route has a train that goes to Rome. And the train goes from Rome to Ancona, basically. We see here on the left that, so we have, so from Fossato di Vico, from Fossato di Vico, Gubbio train station, we have one train that goes to Rome. 11 stops, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Interesting, very interesting. So this house, my friends, in my opinion, has a great potential. It's very big, 290 square meters, close to the train station, on the route to Rome or to Ancona. Okay, sorry. Okay, and so big potential. Let me know what you think about this property in the comment section. Via Palazzolo 58. Let's do. Okay, I lost the property. Okay, Fossato di Vico 58. Let's do a bit of Google Street View. Let's go from the railway here because, as I said, the property is not okay. Here we have the railway passing over, and this is the area where the property is. So on the left we have the railway, we have a lovely area, lovely houses, lovely hamlet with plenty of woods around, so enjoyable walks. I don't see many shops anyway in the small hamlet here. The key thing is that if you need to do shopping, you have to go or to Gualdo Tadino or to Fossato di Vico, which are not far because one is 7 minutes, one is 3 minutes, but we are talking about by car. Now let's see if I can foresee the property. Okay, I don't. Here we have someone enjoying his garage. Okay. And we have lovely houses here. And I guess the house, exactly, my friends. This is the house here. Simply where we see this roof here, that's where the property is. So we are not on the main street. As you see, we have this ground floor, first, second, and third floor, and attic. So basically, we have an interesting property, my friends. So let's keep driving a bit here to understand this little hamlet, which is nice. Anyway, we are going here to the main square, main church, beautiful Umbria. So in a walking distance, we are to this church. And let's see what else we have. Does it not go here? Let me see if we can. Okay, here. Let's see if we can keep driving. Looks like we cannot go in this direction. Okay, my friends. Let me know what you think about this property here in this lovely hamlet, close to Fossato di Vico, close to Gualdo Tadino. Beautiful houses in the area. Umbria, anyway, if any of you know this region, many of you are falling in love with this area. Okay, my friends. So I show you all we saw all we had to see about this property. I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel for another property for sale here in one of the 20 beautiful regions of Italy. Bye!